checking the video out, what we're going to do is we're going to do an overview of the Kali Linux file directory. So what we got right here is the CLI, the command line interface, or the terminal, some people call it, command line. And so where are we? Within the file structure, we can type this command right here, present working directory, and hit enter, and it shows us where in the file structure we are. Just in case you're not familiar, we're right here, home crypto. So see crypto, and these are all the files in the crypto directory. And if we come back over here and we type this command, ls means list, and we hit enter, you see we get desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, public, templates, videos, and phonia. So over here we got the same thing. So we know this is where we are, but we don't want to be here. We want to go all the way as far as we can go to the root. So to do that, let's take the long way there. Let's say change directory, and then we type 2 periods, and what that does is going to bring us up a level, right? So now if you see we're in the home directory, so what happens if we go a level above that, and where does that bring us? Okay, that's as far as we can go, because you see it builds like a tree, you know, root, home, crypto. So crypto is within home, home is contained within root. So we're at the base of the tree right here. So if we type list, what do we got? We didn't see that over here, did we? No, we don't see any of that. We don't. So but if we come over here to computer and we hit file system, there we go. So this is where we are. We can forget about this, but this is just to give you a visual. Alright. So the first folder that we see here, you notice there's different color blues. That's significant. I'll give you one of them. You'll have to look up the other on your own, or maybe I'll tell you. I don't know. The dark blue, right? Those are directories. So those are folders that we can actually go in. These light blue, I'll give it to you this time around. These are symbolic links, and we'll get into what a symbolic link is maybe in the future. But first, this bin folder right there, that's a binary directory. So we can say change directory bin, and we can list out all its parts. And we know that this is the binary directory because you see all these green text, all this green text. What that means, that's a binary file. These blue ones, like I just told you in the previous screen, are directories. So let's go back. And to go back a level, all we type is 2 periods, and it brings us back. Okay, so where are we? We're in the root folder. But the bin, that's where the directory that holds all the essential new user level utilities. Things like your system utilities, command interpreters, system administration tools, text manipulation tools, file compression, and your networking utilities. So let's list this out again. The next folder we come across is boot. So let's change directory, go over here to boot, if I can spell. And what do we got in here? We're not going to touch any of that. But the white, see how you got white and then you got grub over here? Okay, grub is a directory, these white folders, those are text files. The main thing to remember about Linux, any distribution or flavor, is that it's really just a collection of text files that talk to each other in one way or another. And if you're not familiar with what new is, you might want to check it out. Study point. Alrighty. So, the boot directory that contains the Linux kernel. This is the computer right there, more or less. Alright, and I'm kind of nervous about being in this file, so let's go back to where we were. And we're going to list it out. The next one is dev. The dev folder, this is about all of the devices connected to the computer. And I've given you the last two folders, and you know the answer to 2 out of 3 of these. What is the color what do the colors indicate within the file? We know that the dark blue or this blue is those are directories. We know the light blue are symbolic links, but what are the orange? Something for you to figure out. But this contains, like I said, all of the device nodes. The kernel maintains a list of all the devices that it understands, and this is where all that is contained. So we're going to change directory again, dot, enter. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit Control L on the keyboard, and that clears up the screen. And let me get rid of this. So where were we? Let's list it out. We already went over the bin, we went over to boot, we went over to dev. What about this other file here, etc? So let's look at that. We're going to change directory etc. The etc folder is system configuration directory. It contains all the system-wide configuration files and a collection of shell scripts that start each of the system file services at boot time. There's a lot going on in here, so what if we list it out? We see text files. We see a new one. What is this green? What does that green mean? Obviously, it's a configuration file. Okay, how do we open configuration files? Can we open that? Let's see if we can. You want to try it? Alright, let's try it. Let's say nano. Nano is a text editor. We're going to say nf tables. Can we look at that? Let's try. It's empty. I wonder why. Well, let's hit Control X and get out of there. We don't know. So we're going to go back up. Alright, list it out. Okay, the home folder. Now if you remember, that's kind of where we started. So let's clear that, change directory, /home. Let's list it out. We got crypto. Okay, do we want to know about crypto? What's going on over there? So let's try this. Oh, nothing happens. Let's try this. There it is. It let us in. Let's list it out. And so now we know where we are. Remember, this is where we started. So let's go up a level. If we go up a level, remember we're back to home. Let's go up a level again. Now we're back at root. List it out. Okay. Now these are symbolic links, so we're not going to mess with these right now. This lost and found, that's interesting. It's pretty much straightforward. Each formatted partition or device using a Linux file system such as extension 3 will have this directory. Extension 3 or third extended file system, generalized file system that is commonly used by the Linux kernel. So let's check it out. Let's say lost plus yeah, we probably got to be root for that. So if we want to do that, we say sudo, you know, because we're not, you don't really ever want to act as root unless you have to. And what that SU means right there is super user. So now it's going to ask for the password. Okay, I'm going to type it out. Okay, so let's try change directory log plus. Okay, we don't have anything in there right now, so we're gonna get out of here. Always gotta remember how to type. Okay, now we want to exit root. Find out where we are. Uh-oh. We're right where we want to be. We're going to list it out. And now we're on the mount folder. The mount folder is the mount directory. Okay, this contains the mount points for removable devices that have been mounted manually. So let's check that out. What is it, mount? We don't see anything. Okay, so let's get out of there. Okay, what's the next one on our list? Oh, we didn't do the media folder. The media folder is exactly what you think it is. It's the media directory. It contains the mount points for removable media such as USB devices and CD-ROMs. So let's navigate over there. Okay, we got some info right there. We got a symbolic link and a directory. Okay, let's go back up. So let's clear again, clean that up, list it out. We did lost and found, media, mount, and OPT is next. And we got processes, we got root, we got run, we got SBIN, we got service, we got system, we got temporary, we got user, we got variable, and then we got a couple symbolic links. I don't know if I really want to take the time right now to iterate through all of these. You should have the general idea of what's going on here. So that's your basic Kali Linux file structure right there. I mean, well, it is a file structure, and I'm going to be posting another video soon. We're going to build on top of this, so this is just a start. I hope that I helped you out some way if you're trying to learn something. You know, you got your change directory, okay? You got your sudo super user that you learned. You got a present working directory that you learned. You got some color coding that you learned. So build on it and see where you can go from here. Alright, thank you. Have a good day. That's really cool.